Okay, I'm gonna record this video before it's too late. Yesterday I recorded this video at like 10 p.m. before I went to sleep, so I don't want to repeat this mistake again. Let me tick this goal for today. So logging is done. Design startup meeting, startups media and following, media presence, vlogging. Alhamdulillah, a lot of the things are done. So the three things. Right now, when I'm recording this video, it's 5 p.m. Three things are which are very important and have been how to say that, dumped, abandoned for the last couple of days, because there's a lot of people who have been sick in my startup, and even myself. I was dealing with the school stuff because I got exams. And even after I have graduated school, my mom was fighting with me to make me go to college and university, and I have been fighting with that. So this startup thing was abandoned for a while, and I am afraid that we are losing our sense of coding more and more, and that's not good. Actually, I coded yesterday before I went to sleep when I was recording a video, before I recorded the video. So, okay, Alhamdulillah. Um, you know, with the startup thing, before I'm gonna forget, let me, share with you certain things which have happened. Okay, actually, today is 25th of July, 2024. So we have two things. I just saw an Instagram reel have been saying that you have a limited amount of time and energy a day. So you have 24 hours, you don't have 48 hours in one day, and spreading around four or five things aren't good. And guess what? I'm not spreading around four or five things. I'm spreading around only two things, and each of them has its own purpose. So this agency stuff, it's good, nothing against it. And I'm not gonna never quit this thing. Here for 10, 15 years or something, inshallah. Bootstrapping, I have been seeing people making, recently there was a podcast called My First Million, and they had a interview with one guy, and that guy, I think they sold their agency for like 500, close to 500 million, 400, 500 million, bootstrapping a company which is making millions of dollars, just bootstrapping, and it's incredible. There is no venture capital, there is no going public, there is no IPO. Company which is valuation of it, which is hundreds of millions of dollars, and guess what? People are ready to pay for for that, hundreds of millions of dollars, and buy agencies, which is incredible. I think people who buy agencies are mostly the people who are, guess what, the IPO, the tech people who need good engineers and designers, and they don't want to hire them out, and they just buy an agency or something like that. So we have two things. We have an agency, web design agency, and we have a startup. Before I'm gonna land a client, and via landing a client, I'm gonna code, and via coding, I'm gonna get better at coding. And don't forget how to code before these things are gonna happen, because I'm sorry, but we need some time to land a client, and we're working on that. You might try as hard as you can, but you can't make people to buy, right? And that's what happened for the last 6 months, and I couldn't land a client. And that's why on May of this year, 2024, a month ago, I decided to start a startup to not forget how to code, right? And this startup thing overall rolled and became to something way greater, way better than I was even expecting. I have discovered so many sides and aspects of my day-to-day life of a simplest products, which is incredible. There's certain things called architectural design. I don't even knew what that mean. I didn't knew that. Okay, let me explain what this means. At least try it. So designer designs, coder codes. but there is something which collaborates in between. So, designer and coder, and there's, how to say that? Okay, forget it. And you have to put a designer and a developer in the same room, let them visualize the product, how it's gonna look like, what kind of function it's gonna have. You have to team up in front of a whiteboard and design the architecture of a product, because designer can design whatever he wants, right? But the problem is that developer is the one who's gonna be calming him down and leading him to the right direction. So it's gonna be optimistic enough and crazy enough, but not too much. All right. And yeah, and sometimes even developers themselves can give you such a great inspiration that it's incredible. And that's how you design the architecture. You can't just give this job to only a developer or to only a designer. It doesn't work this way. You have to collaborate and put these brains into one bucket. How, let me give you an example. You can't make a lemonade without a sugar, all right? Or without lemons, with just sugar, okay? Yeah, these two things has to come together for a lemonade to become true, all right? So, for the rest of the day, there are a lot of things which have lost, and these things are mainly agency stuff. Like, for example, working on the agency's website, reading all the SOPs and documents which my friend of mine with whom I'm running this agency have sent me. I actually wanted to do this thing yesterday. I was working on the website, didn't manage to do that. So I'm gonna have to read through all these SOPs. I have to give my own feedback on these SOPs and documents. So there are SOPs on the prices, what kind of prices our agency is gonna have, how we're gonna be finding certain clients. I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of feedback on that because I have read a lot of, not a lot of, but a little bit of what he have sent me, and there's a lot of things which are just overcomplicated, and I believe that simplifying them is better choice, at least for now. So yeah, so I have for the rest of my day until 10 p.m. I think is working on the agency and reading a holy book, which is Quran. So there's three things, three goals: work on the agency's website, read the documents, talk to guys, and just ask them what are their struggles, and have a group call in the Telegram if I'm gonna manage to do this thing, because I already had one meeting and I have still didn't read this book yet. I have to read this book, I have to pray, and I have to make my dinner 2 hours later. So we have things to do, and we have to try our best, I think. Yeah. Okay. So is it? I mean, that's what I have done so far. I worked mainly on my startup. Yeah. So we designed the startup, we designed the architecture of our startup together. I recorded a whole meeting, which is, I think, an hour or something long. We screwed and deleted a lot of ideas which we had, because we come to the decision that a lot of them are just distractions, and let's first build something which is going to be working. Let's build one feature, and then after we're going to test it, and then after we're going to see it and publish it if people are going to like it, and then only we can allow us to move to something else, move to something next. Okay. And so we have a design of the product in Figma, and we have a Trello board of all the features and ideas which we have to add to that product, um, to, to Figma, right? And you know, it, yeah, there are two things which I wanted to talk about with you before I'm gonna stop recording this video. how this startup is gonna make money. This is one thing. And another thing is, you know, the social media presence of the startup. These two things deserve a special attention. All right. Okay. Let me open the window. My granddad was outside and I opened the window. That's why it was, you know, calming moment for a while. Okay. Two ways we can make money with a startup. Because it's technically, to a certain degree, a legal thing to do. Because if you remember, you can download the videos from YouTube for a reason. Because it's copyright, whatever. And you can technically download the videos from YouTube, all right? And that's the reason why a lot of these websites are monetized on ads, because and the thing is, they are monetized on ads, but these ads aren't Google ads. You see that? That's the reason why a lot of these websites are scammy ads of some kind of casinos and adult content websites. Because, okay, let me sit down. A lot of people are moving around outside. So. Because even Google itself isn't gonna allow you to post these kind of ads online. I mean, I don't know, I'm not sure about the casino, but adult content, I don't think, I have seen websites and normal, nice websites which have been monetized using ads. Google is not gonna put an advertisement of adult content out there. Like, it never happened to me, right? What these websites do, they sell. You know, they have an email in the footer of their website, and someone who wants to buy traffic to their own website, they message them, send them money, and that guy who owns the website puts the advertisement on his website with a link to that and redirect to that website. That's how they operate, and that's how they pay for the service, which is crazy to me, which doesn't make any sense, because you could have made this world better, but instead you're making this place worse, right? Okay, two ways, getting back to what I was saying, two ways we can make money with a startup. Because I'm afraid that we can't make a payment processor in there, and we can't make premium feature. So we can make a premium feature, but we can't just get the money from a user to our credit card or debit card, because this payment processors like Stripe or something aren't gonna allow us, because it's, guess what, getting back, it's technically a little bit illegal. So we aren't gonna go this way. There are a couple of ways we're gonna make money. Donations, and that's it. The number one reason, there are three reasons why we're gonna still make this thing and still work on the startup, is to make this world a better place. We have a sign up feature, so if people are gonna love it, we are gonna have people's emails, and when we're gonna launch our next startup, which is gonna be all legal, all good, and we're gonna have a payment processor out there, inshallah, we can send emails to these users and everything is gonna be fine. So first one is to change the world for better. Second one is the marketing reasons. Third one is donation. So we technically can make money if people are gonna really love this. Maybe not a lot, maybe a couple of $100 a month, but you know what? Some startups don't even make that, Okay, so getting back to what I was saying, a couple of ways we can make money with this startup. We can sell the website, or we can, it's either where sell the startup or the donations, if we can sell the website. And I think we aren't even trying to sell this website. We want to save it for the sake of planet, because we care about people. And you know, when someone buys your startup, it's not your anymore, and they can do whatever they want. That's why we're not gonna do that as much as we can, inshallah. And the second reason is donations, right? Not the reason, our way, second way, right? Okay, the topic of selling your startup is very spicy a little bit, because before recording this video I was thinking about it, because I was working on my startup's social media presence. We have YouTube, we have Twitter, and we have Instagram accounts. I set up a Facebook page also, but we aren't gonna post content over there. I'm sorry. Why? Well, I don't know why. Because there is a tool which we are using to upload content to 3 social medias at the same time, and the problem is that freemium has a limitation up to 3 channels. So if we could have post content to 4 channels, I of course would have posted on Facebook also, because I'm not getting charged money to post content, all right? We are, I like the fact that we are like, I don't know how to compare us to what to compare us, because there is something going, some kind of wall in front of us all the time. We had a limitation of our staff. We had a designer and front-end developer, but we didn't have a back-end developer in our team. So that was problem. Now I hope we have found one backend developer. Then we had a problem of a server, because servers cost money, and we had to find a free server. Then we had a problem. So far, I think that's it. Yeah, but these 2 things have been the biggest problems also. Okay, yeah, what I was saying, okay, I was working on a social media presence of our startup, right? And that thing is chaos. That thing is chaos, because I don't have any plans. Like I document the journey of how we are building this thing. Recording every single meeting which we are having, sometimes recording how I'm coding. But the problem is that because this thing is nearly unpredictable when we're gonna have a meeting, right? So we have meetings whenever we want to have meetings, or whenever we need to have meetings. I code whenever I have time or ability to code, right? Whenever I have light on and internet on, and it's unpredictable. And that's why I just upload whenever I want to upload it. It just happens, it just happens. But now, when I'm trying to structure this thing today, that's why I spent like hours working on this thing today. And I'm not really happy about it, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy, because social media presence of our website is this thing which is gonna kill it, inshallah. Because there is very few startups at all in the world who have their own social media presence. And there is, I don't know, a single one in my niche who have a social media presence. Not a single website in my niche helping you to download videos and photos from media. I'm not gonna say it, because I'm not gonna say from where to download, because this video might get banned, because YouTube doesn't like me saying download from, so yeah. Yeah, I haven't come up with a structure yet how we're gonna be posting videos, because it's a little chaos. I posted a lot of videos today because of this chaos, and just trying to, posting videos is better than not posting videos, because at least it's gonna give you some kind of feedback how often or what kind of videos you should post, because there's endless possibilities what kind of videos you can be making, and endless possibilities you know, we have a type of videos which we're making, but there's endless ways we can make short clips of them, right? So different ways of editing them, different ways of uploading them, right? We can upload once a week, 3 times a week, every day, twice a day. You know. And the list goes on and on. And I have to come to one decision, whatever I'm gonna do, right? And yeah, so far I have uploaded a lot of content scheduled upfront up to end of August. So next meeting which I'm gonna have in next Monday with a backend guy, inshallah, is gonna be scheduled and upload to, I think, September or something, because I'm uploading videos once a week, right? So I'm having, you know, long form, I think I have figured it out. But short form is chaos, because I want to upload every single day, and every platform has its own limitations, and I want to upload and schedule it up front. All these filters, and you know, I wanna makes it a lot harder for me to just create content and live a life. And short, you know, long form is very clear. I have a meeting. If it's not the right day, Sunday or Monday, I schedule it upfront and upload beginning of a week or end of week. You know, once a week, one long video which is 40 minutes or hour long, fine. But short form is the thing which is driving the main traffic, right? And I can't ignore it. I can't forget it. I can't forget it. So yeah, I think we have some problems over there. Yeah. Uploading daily is a good idea, but I don't think we're gonna have enough content to supply a daily videos. Maybe we will. Yeah. The most important thing, no matter what it is, even if you upload once a week, 3 times a week, or every single day, upload something. Doesn't matter when, what. There is so many people who are consuming the content every single day, scrolling on TikTok for hours, and you are here. I'm teaching you how to produce the content instead of consuming it. Isn't it great? I don't think I watched a single YouTube video today, so I didn't even consume the content yet. Actually, I watched one Instagram reel because I was on Instagram and I was setting up my startup's Instagram account, so I was not with a aim or goal to consume content, all right? So, yeah, produce content, no matter what it is. Like, even if it's once in a month, once in a week, just recording daily meetings which you are having, do something about it. I believe that there is content for everything and for everyone out there. How much you can handle, how much you can do, no matter what, no matter how much, no matter what it is. Like, you know, all these properties of how long, what kind of editing, what kind of style of videos, you know, short, long, you know, how often. Doesn't matter, man. Like, there are some things which I wish you followed, like daily vlogs is better than once in a week, but at the end of the day, man, producing at least one piece of content a week is better than zero, right? Something is better than nothing.